Hey guys, Generation here. So we had a lot of fun in the Pokemon tournament today. We were on Daniel Z's server for it and Florida Victory Road server. And this is my first match. I'm going to bring you guys a couple matches. Now this is a SILPH format, so everybody picks 6 Pokemon that they can use in the tournament. Of course, you can only use 3 per battle. And we're going to go ahead and use the team that I promoted for Kanto Cup first and see how that does. And depending on how our wins are, we might get wacky. But we'll see. We do have Berserker in the lineup. We have Shadow Machamp in the lineup. Obviously Lapras, obviously Hypno and Muck. And then to round out our 6, we have Alolan Marowak, which actually carried me through a lot of victories that I probably shouldn't have won. But it looks like we are connected to our opponent here. So he's probably looking at my team like I'm looking at his team right now, and trying to pick the best Pokemon to fight against me. He doesn't know what 3 I'm going to pick. I don't know what 3 he's going to pick. Okay, so let's get into this tournament and see how we do. Alright, so he's going to be sending in his first Pokemon, and it is a Mew. Okay, that kind of stinks for us, right? Because Mew generally knows Wild Charge. So I bring the Muck right in, okay? Because we have a lot of Pokemon that get to moves at the same time Mew does. And so, you know, we're kind of not afraid to get, we want to get shields, right? That's the aim here. We go ahead and take the Wild Charge, and he decides to swap out into a Beedrill, which is cool because now we are going to start getting shields because he is Shadow type and these hit like a truck, even though they are resisted. So there goes the first one. Here comes the second one, right? And we might even be able to get a 2-shield advantage here depending on how much he wants to save that Beedrill. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so he's probably just going to farm up a little bit and throw, because he can't farm down with that poison jab damage. Just not going to do much to Muck. Alright, incoming. There's the X-Scissor, so he takes the Muck out. So now we have 2 Pokemon that actually do pretty well against our Beedrill. So I decide here to bring in the Lapras, because I want to be able to get a little bit of energy here and see if I can't take him out after he throws. So this is probably the drill run. We'll use 1 shield here. There's the drill run. Probably get a little bit more energy and then throw right now so he doesn't get another X-Scissor off. Okay, out goes the Surf. There's nothing he can do about this Surf, which is fine by us. Okay. 2, we're building up a ton of energy. 4. Now we assume this is going to be his Wild Charge. Regardless, he's about to get hurt unless he swaps out. Okay, so we made him get rid of his energy. We're going to throw the Skull Bash here. Should be able to take out the Mew. Okay, Mew goes down, and what do we have in the back? Marowak. Okay, so we just want to get off the chip damage here. Okay, chip damage goes out. We should be able to win this game with fast moves alone because we can take 1 Shadow Bone on the Hypno. So we should be able to confusion him down. 2. Okay, so we built up to where we can get to another Surf if need be, if he gets back-to-back bones, because he would have to throw back-to-back bones here to kill us, but we would then beat him to the Surf. So here's the bone. And he's taken out. So we are able to win our first match of the tournament. These are best of 3 rounds. So let's get into the second round with him. Okay. I'm looking at his team. You guys can see his team along with me there. That's what we're doing. You can see my team at the bottom and his team at the top. Very tough team he's built. Very good team, very well-rounded. So I'm kind of trying to come up with a plan here of what I'm going to use. Then once I think I've got a good plan, I execute. So we're going to kind of switch it up a little bit. Throw Berserker in there. In the lead, of course. Looks like we're looking for Marowak here. Yep, get Marowak in there and Hypno. Okay, so we have a very interesting team here. So let's see how we do. Let's see how we do. See if we can clutch the victory. We need to win one of the next 2 games in order to win this set. So let's see how that goes. Looks like he's still looking over our team, kind of trying to figure out what to bring, maybe how to deal with that Lapras, because it was such a pain in the butt. Maybe how to deal with the muck a little smoother. There's all sorts of things going through his mind right now, I'm sure. If you guys have played in SILPH type tournaments, let me know down in the comments, guys. I'd be very interested in your stories and what teams you've used and which SILPH Cups you've played, how high you've placed before. I think that's all very interesting information. And I think playing SILPH also makes it a lot easier to hit Legend in GBL. Once you reach a certain skill level in SILPH playing with 6, it makes playing with 3 a lot easier, I think. And you actually get to play against a lot more different Pokemon and learn their movesets and learn when and when not to shield and all that stuff as well, which is kind of nice. Alright, looks like he's ready. Here comes the battle, guys. Let's see what he decides to bring against us this time, and let's see if Berserker can do anything. Alright, and we go with Berserker into Beedrill. Okay, so we're okay with this. You know, he does super effective drill runs to us. We just hit like a truck and he's squishy, so let's see what we can do. Now, I'm going to probably end up trying to play this a little bit different than what you'd see the heavy damage line played in Ultra League. We're just going to throw right away before he is able to throw that drill run at us. And then swap into our Alolan Marowak. Okay, looks like we'll need one more Fire Spin after this to take him out. Shield the drill run, so we're even shields. There he goes down. Let's see what we got for the next Pokemon, guys. We have a Hypno. Okay, Hypno is a good matchup for us, especially when we're ahead on energy, because we are just going to be able to burn that shield by throwing back-to-back Shadow Bones here. Shadow Bone goes out. Unfortunately, he is able to sneak in a Confusion there before we are able to throw the second one. That's okay. We can still recover from this. His defense fell, that's good. And he should be dead now after that Fire Spin registers. So he's shieldless, we're shieldless. We're playing risky, but we just have the ability to make this work right now. Yep, and it's a Sand Slash, so this is going to be looking like a good game for us here, guys. Okay, out goes a Shadow Bone. Does good damage, drops the defense. And we catch the Ice Punch on our Steel type. We know he's not going to throw the Bulldoze, so... Okay, there's the Ice Punch. And it looks like he gives up. Yep. So good game to our opponent. That was a good battle, guys. So we are now up. We have won the set, but you always have to play the third game. So I'll probably just play the same team in the third game, just so he gets a read on it and learns how to play it better. Generally give him a win, because after the first 2 wins, it doesn't really matter. It might matter at the end with if there's ties and stuff, but basically you just want the win of the set for the points, right? So we're not going to take this one too seriously, but we'll go into the match and just see what we can do with the same thing, right? So we have a Mew lead. Mew, once again, makes everything super tricky. Okay, we throw the foul play. Probably going to get a shield here. Foul play goes out. He shields, okay. Let's see. I'm expecting a Wild Charge here. That's my only concern. Yep, so there's the Wild Charge. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we throw the foul play. Let's see if he decides to go down while we're at even shields. Let's see. Okay, he double shields here. I tried to swap in the Marowak there since we are completely shields down. So I didn't have to use a shield, but unfortunately I wasn't able to switch in time. The switches are always a little bit delayed, and now we're in a bit of trouble. We're forced here to throw the close combat. It's a little bit of damage. And he has to throw his energy, otherwise we would have taken him out. So here comes this damage. X-Scissor. Yeah, so he still has energy stored. Okay. Now, arguably, I could have come in with the Shadow Hypno, because I think one Confusion would have killed him, but I'm not 100% certain on that. And he's got a Marowak of his own in the back, so yeah, I should have come in Hypno, but it's okay. You live and you learn, and then you get loves, right? So we'll just chip at him with a little bit of Thunder Punch damage, but I think from this point here, the game is essentially over, unfortunately. Here comes the Shadow Ball. Here it comes. Shadow Bone, or the Shadow Bone, yep, and we are taken out. And that's going to be it for us, guys. But we were able to take that set. We did win 2. And that's good. It gives us points towards the end of the tournament. All right. You guys are going to recognize my next battler that I had to face. This ends up being a crazy set of battles coming up here. There, it's Toshi. Toshi9227. Toshi is definitely one of the best battlers out there, and when I saw I had to face him, I shuddered a little bit, but I just put on my big boy boots and said, all right, well, we're facing Toshi, and this is what we got to do, and we're going to play. So let's see how our sets against Toshi go. All right, looks like we're just about to get into the game here. He's making his final decisions, and let's see what we decide to use. Alright guys, so it looks like I'm leading with a Lapras here. Lapras into Blastoise, okay. Can be a tough lead for Lapras. It's kind of a painful one, especially if the opposing Blastoise is running Skull Bash. Because you'll get to your Skull Bash first before they do, and it's just a mess. A very slow game. Throws off his Hydro Cannon, okay. Okay, we're going to throw our Body Slam after we get a little bit of extra energy there, because we know he won't make it to the next Hydro Cannon. Always a good time to grab free energy when you can. We get off that Skull Bash. Okay, and then Raichu comes in, and we're going to be able to get off a Surf because of our increased defense. Here we go. Surf going out. Okay, he shields, so at least we did get a shield from him, so we're going to swap. Bring the old Muck in, right? Okay, we see him P-Tide there. Now I'm worried about a Wild Charge here. I have 2 shields. Probably shouldn't have shielded, but I did. That's one of those things you learn from, you know? So we throw the Dark Pulse. There it goes. And he does shield, so he's double shielded his Raichu here. There we go. And we were able to sneak in the extra Snarl. Probably should have tried to CMP tie him there, I think. Yeah, I think we needed to CMP tie him there. That's what cost us this game by the looks of it. Oh, it's a Thunder Punch. We survive, that's good. So we throw off a Snarl. This should take out the Raichu. Yep, easily. Then what do we got? Oh boy. We got another Muck. So we're going to get a little bit of damage off while we can, right? We know that he's at 3 Snarls. Cool, there we go. Nice hit. Nice chip damage. So he's at 5 right now. So this is unfortunate. We're going to have to catch a move on the Hypno. So we're going to have to count 6. Okay, throw. I threw right when he got to 2 Dark Pulses, hoping to catch one. Unfortunately, we weren't able to. So he's going to Dark Pulse us. We're going to come in and get Dark Pulsed again. And it looks like Toshi's going to be taking the first battle on us, but let's see if we can turn this one around now that we've kind of learned his team a little bit. In comes the Blastoise to finish the job. So he's up 1-0. Our back's against the wall, guys, and we have 2 more games left to try and scavenge a win against one of the best players out there. Let's see if we can do it. So let's make some adjustments to our team. Let's see what we decide. Looks like Machamp is coming in. And that's going to be our one change in this battle. We're going to bring Shadow Machamp in instead of the Hypno. So it looks like it might have been a little more useful, but I guess we're going to find out, right? Once again, going in with the Lapras lead, not afraid to. So let's see what Toshi does. Let's see how he adapts after winning. Raichu. Okay, so we have a lost lead. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, and throw. Here we go. Trying to get those shields early, right? During these style play of games, you definitely want to save your shields for the Shadow Machamp. There isn't too much on his team that can really handle it when it's up shields. Now we see him P-tied right there, so I'm going to shield just to get his last shield, right? Okay, here goes the Surf. And now this should kill the Raichu, but he does use both shields, okay. So he's not afraid to protect that Raichu. And he ends up throwing, because we would have gotten to the Surf again. That's fine. Okay, so who are we going to bring in now? What would you guys do? Bring in this guy, right? Soak all that damage, keep that shield for the Machamp, and hope Machamp can sweep the end game. Oh, I guess we don't. I guess we're just going completely shields down. Okay, so basically what we're going to do here is get the Sludge Bomb off, or the Sludge Wave. And then, as soon as we can, we'll probably just go ahead and swap into Shadow Machamp. Right after he throws his energy, so that we know he's energy dry. Let's see. Okay, that should be the play here. We should have switched by now. Switch, okay. Farm down. Before he knows what's going on and can swap out himself, we take out the Blastoise. In comes Amok. Perfect. So we're going to throw the Rock Slide at it by the looks of it. And then probably counter it down, I assume. Maybe. 1, 2. Yep, there we go. Then all he has left is his Raichu. And we throw the Cross Chop, and that should be the game. So we're able to beat Toshi in the second game just by kind of adapting and throwing in a Shadow Machamp. Alright, so we're going to have one more battle against him. And since we're tied 1-1 and he's such a good player, I think we're going to go ahead and take a look at the team lineups again before we create this next team and see what we need to do to beat him, right? Look at that team of his. The Alolan Raichu sitting right in the center. And then that Zapdos should be marked as Shadow. I think there was an error in the system when he put it in. Because his Blastoise isn't Shadow. It's actually his Zapdos that's Shadow, guys. So let's see here. Yeah, I think I have a game plan. I know what I'm going to do going into this next match. The electric core that he's got sitting right there in the center looks very, very, concerning for this team. So let's see what we do. Marowak in the lead, always a safe decision, right? Hypno and Shadow Machamp. So we're double Shadow, guys, with Marowak in the lead. So So this is our final game, guys. These are going to be the only 2 sets I'll be showcasing today. But I hope you guys end up enjoying it. Oh, looks like we did go Lapras last second. It's like we're making a few changes. Okay, it's going to be Lapras with Marowak. So we're just replacing the Muck from last game with a Marowak this game, in case we kind of get put in the same situation as before. So we're met with a Blastoise. Let's see if we can win where we lost in game 1. Win against that Blastoise lead, right? I think now that we have harder hitting Pokemon in the back, I think that we might actually have a pretty decent chance here, right? So let's do the same thing as before and see if he falls for it, thinking that we have the same back line. We're going to throw the Skull Bash. Skull Bash goes out. He doesn't shield and switches into the Raichu. Once again, we go for a Surf to try and get that shield. Let's get that shield, come on. It's very important. Yes, we get the shield, awesome. And then we instantly swap into our Marowak. Okay, let's see what we decide to do. We might even no-shield this, actually. Might just take the Wild Charge. Yep, cool. That's what we decide to do. Here comes the second one, and we're going to shield this one because he had to, and then probably throw. Okay, this should take out the Raichu. There we go. Goes out. Now Blastoise should come in, and it's also gonna be catching a Bone Club, which is perfect. Okay, Bone Club goes out. Should be able to Fire Spin down. Okay, we're able to Fire Spin down. Alright, what is he? Oh, and he has a Zapdos, guys. And look what we have. It's kind of trouble for us. Now, we have a shield, he has a shield, but we're going to have to go straight, just fast move damage, I guess. Because look at how much damage we still do to Zapdos, even though we are resisted here. Okay, so we shield once. Probably build up a little bit of energy here. Trying to get to 2 cross chops, right? That's what my goal is. Then we bring in our Lapras to chunk it down. He has to throw his energy. And now he's in farm down range. Now we can just farm him down with counter. Awesome, because we forced him to throw to protect himself from that Surf with the swap in on the cross chop. That won us the game. And we were actually able to beat Toshi, guys. We did it. So, hey, I want to thank you guys for sticking around and watching this SILPH tournament. I love you guys. You guys are all awesome. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We're just about at 500 subscribers. We'll be bringing you more PvP content. See you in Season 7. Love you guys.